lot of people don't realize that being a smaller company comes with a lot of advantages over big companies. A lot of times you can outperform big companies in a lot of areas because you are a smaller business. You're a smaller company. That means you're a lot more agile. That means you have a lot more speed. That means there's a lot less scrutiny on your details. And those are really important. So if you think that you can't compete with a big company that's in your area, if you're a cleaning company and there's a Molly Maids in your same zip code, or a Jan Pro, or some huge franchise with millions of dollars in their ad budget, and they're driving up the price of ads, and everyone knows their name and not your name, that's not a bad thing for you. It's not always good to be big. When you're big, you're slow. I'm talking about business. I'm not talking about big people, but when you're a big company, there's a lot of red tape and you're slow, and those things can make it hard to maneuver. And it's very, very possible for you to compete and even outperform these big businesses without spending any money whatsoever, just because you are a small company. I go by the name of DJ The Boss. I own a commercial cleaning company up here in Seattle for the last 7 years or so. It's been going pretty well. But anyway, enough about me. If you found this channel, this is an excellent channel for you to have found. I talk about running my business, my cleaning company, so things are a little specific to the cleaning industry, but any service business, all the same business principles are going to apply to all of us. This is an excellent channel for you to have found. I don't try to sell you guys a whole lot of stuff. I don't have a course or a masterclass or anything like that. It's just not where my motivation comes from. I'm not motivated to get any money from you guys, because I want the exchange to be authentic. I want what you hear from me to be authentic. Not that I think there's anything wrong with buying coaching, even though there's a lot of people scamming on the coaching side in this industry right now. I just need you guys to know that this is not that. We're just trying to build a community here of like-minded individuals, business owners, cleaning company owners, service business industry owners, landscapers, electricians, maid services, cleaning companies, post-construction. All those things are pretty much the same how you approach them. So this is what that channel is. We love to share our experiences, our successes, and our failures, so that you can learn from them, I can learn from them, and we can all grow our businesses a lot better, so we can have a lot more financial freedom and a lot more freedom of our time, so that we can do what we want to do with those things. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys for being here. Please like this video. The YouTube algorithm really likes the likes, so go ahead and give that like button a gentle tap for your boy, and subscribe to the channel. The best thing you can do for your business is to be on a continuous learning journey, and that means subscribing to channels like this, where people are sharing information about what you're trying to do, whether that's successes or failures, or just hearing other people's experiences and what they're dealing with on a day-to-day. Subscribe to as many channels as you can that have something to do with your industry, whether it's mindset, or whether it's technical things, or anything that's going to help you. You should be subscribed. Subscribing's free, so you should be doing that. That's going to be my first piece of advice in every video. So subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for being here. But yeah, back to what we're talking about. It's us competing against these larger businesses. Use everything that being small has over being big. All the same things in real life that are bad for big things and good for small things are the same in business. Big businesses have to move slow. Small businesses, we can move pretty fast. Big businesses have a lot of red tape. Small businesses, we pretty much do whatever we want. We are the red tape. The buck stops at us. Big businesses have a lot of scrutiny on their details, small things. They can't be as risky. We can put out pretty much whatever we want. I think there's a couple of things that you can do and that you can focus on to use these particular attributes of being small to your advantage.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursue it. Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days.
So when I talk about agility in business, being agile, being able to move around and make changes, that's what I mean when I say business agility. It takes so long for systems and for processes to change in big companies. They have to have a meeting and make sure everyone's on the same page about that idea before they even start to make changes. Then they have to implement those changes, means they have to run them down the pipeline and make sure everyone's on the same page. It takes several days, several weeks, sometimes months, or half a year to a year for things to make complete changes in large companies. That's not the case for us. you're just getting started out or you're a small business, there's not that many people down the pipeline to bulk orders to. So we can move really fast. So, use that to your advantage. You're able to make changes. If you notice, that some system isn't working for you, change it. Change it quickly. You have the agility to do that. You're not stuck, doing something some way like a big business is. If something's not working for you, just go ahead and change it. You have the agility to do that by being, because you're a small business. Also, in terms of agility, you're able to completely pivot where other businesses can't. You can go from, focusing on green cleaning to chemical disinfecting. You can make those huge hard pivots. You can go from doing, walkthroughs in person to virtual walkthroughs or 3D like you can do those things. You can make those huge pivots. You can pivot from doing services to actually doing products. You can make those hard pivots. It's not hard for you to say, hey, this is what we do now. That's being really agile in business. Big companies can't do that whatsoever. Say the industry changes and everything goes a different way. They may have enough money to make it happen and make it happen pretty efficiently, or make it happen a little prettier or flashier. But it's gonna take them a second. It always takes business a second. Big businesses, they don't move or change things until it's a definite yes. They're not taking huge risks. They're not just jumping at the first thing that they hear, first trend that they hear. And that's something that we can do. We can kind of test out everything that pops up. But that's something that we can do. We can test out every trend. We can, keep up with what's going on. We can pivot our business if things don't work into, other things in business, but, offering different services or different products or, rebrands and things like that. We can do all that stuff a lot quicker. And speed is another thing that we have at our disposal as small companies. Being small makes us really, really fast. It doesn't take us long to make decisions. It shouldn't take us very long to make changes. We can change entire processes. We can change entire procedures extremely, extremely quick. If something's not working in your hiring system, you can change it pretty quick. You can, you don't have to wait weeks for someone to, implement some change that you want to see made. Most of the things that you can change in your business, you can get it changed today. You can react to things a lot faster than, say, a big company could. Something happens in the news, you can be, in your client's face about that same day, within an hour, within minutes. You can, be that culturally relevant to your audience, and you can be that culturally relevant to your clients and potential clients. That's a lot harder for big businesses to do. You can quickly respond to trends and things that are going on. Whether it's a social media trend or something's new is going on some different platform. You can jump to that pretty quickly. You can try it for the first. First of all, you can even try it to begin with, which is already much different than big businesses. Just because some employee feels like a business should be doing TikTok doesn't mean that they can just make the company a TikTok and start doing it. They got to get approval, then they got to figure out what they're allowed to post, and they got to worry about what's in the background and not showing any other brands and stuff like that. We can do whatever we want. If we think something's going to help our business, if we think TikTok is going to help grow our business or give us an audience, we can right to it. We can go and put out 4 TikToks a day if we want to, because we have the time. We're here. We don't have any red tape to go through on that. And speaking of red tape, just the scrutiny that big businesses have on them, we don't have. Things can happen in a big business that can make stock prices tank, or loss of revenue to the tune of large amounts of money. It's just not something that we have to deal with. We can be a little more risky. We can even be a little more risky in our marketing. We can tell some harsher jokes in our advertisements, or do things with a little bit more shock value, be a little more crazy. And we can be a lot more targeted to our end user. We can, speak specifically to very, very specific target demographics. Whereas a big company spending lots of money, they're probably going to be a lot more broad, and they're probably going to be a lot more generalized when they go to talk to potential clients or, you know, their audience. Whereas we can, you know, individually speak to Tom. we can literally speak directly to Tom, who is the, you know, facility manager at X and X warehouse. I mean, we can literally make marketing material directly for Tom. And, you know, that's a lot harder for a big business to do, or to even see the value in, or to know that that's valuable, because they have such a high, you know, high level, you know, view of things in their company. But I think those are some key things I think we should be keeping in mind, is that it's not always good to be big. Sometimes it can be really, really good to be small. It can pay off quite a bit. And it's actually, you know, how I'm here today, is being able to take advantage of the free stuff. There's free marketing. Social media is free. To start a Google page is free. SEO is free. You can beat these big companies with these free things, because, you know, they're not doing it. You know, they're just not. You may see these companies or bigger companies with a Facebook, and they've only just started to do that. You may see them, you know, online and having their Google My Business pages, and that's just because they're just now realizing that's even a thing. And so if they're not, you know, paying the money for SEO companies, which at this point they're starting to, so that's why, you know, the faster you're on top of this stuff, the better. Because when I first got into doing SEO for my cleaning company, there was barely any other people trying to do SEO at all, let alone specifically for a cleaning company. So and that's because, you know, I had the freedom, I had the agility to be able to focus on that when I was starting out. It was you know, a newer thing for this industry. Not a lot of people were doing it, and, you know, those are the places where you get to hone in on, and you get to, you know, cash in on and take advantage of those opportunities. Because, you know, even still today, there's a lot of places where these big companies aren't going, and they haven't gotten there yet. They haven't started spending their advertising dollars there yet. So that means a lot of it's very, very underpriced, or it just takes a little bit of skill. And in a lot of places where, you know, it's not underpriced, and it's still, you know, either, you know, it's still normally priced, or, you know, decently priced. It just takes more skill. You know, it may not take money, but it's just going to take a little more skill. Don't let that scare you away, because you'd be surprised how little these companies are even trying to, you know, figure out how to be good at these things. These big companies have no idea the difference of, you know, how an Instagram post looks versus how a LinkedIn post looks, or how the people behave on those platforms. You know, you do, because you can spend time on those platforms, and if you don't, you can start. You know, it's a lot harder for them to even start, but you can do that. And you have to use all of these things that are free, where you can reach people, and, you know, you can do business for free. You know, that's new in business. That's because of the internet thing. And so take advantage of it. I urge you, man. Don't be afraid of these big businesses and these gargantuans out here, man. They got nothing on you. They got nothing on us. You can beat them, and, you know, you can be that sneaky disruptor that takes over. You know, take advantage of all those things that those companies aren't doing. Bonus: YouTube pre-roll ads, localized in your area. You know, using YouTube pre-roll ads in the right way and targeted correctly, you can make your business, or even yourself, say a personal brand. You can be the local celebrity of your town. You'd be surprised how little advertising dollars, you know, it'll take for you to get pretty popular around your hometown. So look into it. I urge you, man. And I urge you, and you'd be happy. You know, you'll thank me for it later. I really think so. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like this video, I appreciate it, so that other people can see the video, so that this video gets suggested to them as well. And subscribe to the channel. The best thing you can do for your business is be on a continuous learning journey, and that means subscribing to channels like this. Don't try to sell you guys a whole lot. I don't have a masterclass or a course or anything like that to sell you guys. I just want to build a community of like-minded people, learn from each other in this world of business, and all of us can grow together, man, and develop our businesses and our mentalities, you know, the right way, and you know, get to that that place where we're all longing to be, which is freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. But this is how we do it. I love you guys. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.